and welcome back to my YouTube. Today is a fantastic day. This is a fantastic month and I am super excited about everything. About the month, about the day, about life. Like everything is just, there's so much to be happy about and be positive about. So, hello and welcome to my YouTube and to today's video. This week, or today, I wanted to focus on something that I've been kind of like learning more about and focusing on more lately, which is authenticity and what it is and why it's so important to learn about being authentic and to be your authentic self. So I want to dive in and just talk a bunch about authenticity and the importance of it. First off, I just want to give you guys a little summary about all the specific areas I've been thinking about. So I've been taking this class because I'm in school right now, and I've been taking this class learning all about social media marketing because if you didn't know, I am going into social media marketing for my degree. And so yeah, before I start this video, I wanted to let you guys know some fun, little exciting news that's happening in my life. I am graduating this December, woohoo! But I have made a lot of huge decisions for my life lately. Sam and I have been really like making plans, making decisions, like all these big decisions in our lives. And one of these huge decisions was my schooling and what to do with it and you know, where I should go. So I'm gonna tell you guys the decision I made because I'm so stoked about it. And maybe if some other people are struggling with, you know, their decisions on what to do with their schooling, maybe this will give them some positive energy or encourage them with options that they might have not thought about or might think about in the future, or might help them think about new options that they could do. First off, this idea was my mom's because I was struggling with future stuff with school, and I just like came to my mom and was like, I don't know what to do. I hate school. I'm struggling. I don't like it. And she's like, you know, you don't have to get a bachelor's. You know, not every degree requires a bachelor's. And this is where I realized, yeah, I really don't, and I don't want it. So here's the scoop. I'm graduating with an associate's degree, and I'm doing that this December, which is so freaking fantastic. I can't even believe it. But then I'm continuing on with schooling and finishing up getting my certificate in social media marketing. So I'll have an associate's degree with a certificate in social media marketing, and that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get an internship. I'm gonna like work on my personal businesses, my photography, my social media, on my personal business of photography, and like just grow that. I'm going to work on building these things I'm doing in my life, and I'm gonna be done with school, which makes me so happy because I don't want to do school and I don't see a point in continuing going for something that doesn't even matter for my degree or for my specific career choice. So anyways, that's my big news. I'm graduating, woohoo! Talking about authenticity, being authentic, and how to find your authentic self, how to figure out what makes you specifically you, what makes you authentic and unique, you know? Let me start with, there's some specific areas in a class I'm taking. It's my social media content class. One of the big sections we talked about was being authentic and finding out what makes you authentic. So with that, I really enjoyed it. I really dove into it, and I went further from that section in the class to learning and studying more on my own. And so I wanted to share with you guys basically what I learned, help you guys figure out how to discover your authentic self and what makes you authentic. There were like 5 sections I divided it out into that makes you more specifically you. And these are what you're passionate about, your style, which can be like clothes, music, you know, your home, your, you know, you, what specific style you have, or I don't know another word to call this. If you have a better word, let me know, because I really do want to find a better word. But so I call it your style, your higher power, which is your religion or what you believe in or what gives you hope and faith, basically, which can be so different for everybody. Joys, like hobbies, what's fun to you, what brings you joy, and then learn what you love to learn about, what makes you excited to learn about. So first off, I want to talk about what you're passionate about. For me, when I was thinking about my authentic self and what makes me passionate, or what I'm passionate about, some specific things came to my mind, which was I'm so passionate about Christ and about the gospel and my religion, which is very clear. I've obviously made this clear in so many other videos, but I have to share because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about kindness and being kind. Like, mean people are not cool to me, not at all. I'm not okay with mean people. So that is something I'm truly passionate about. I'm so passionate about being kind and just kindness in general. And then the other thing is self-love. I'm so passionate about improving myself and about going after what I want and about loving who I am. Like, that is something I'm so passionate about. And so it makes me who I am because I love improving so much. And that's a huge part of me and who I am. Then another thing with that is I'm passionate about my family. I'm passionate about supporting my family, which means I go places to be there for them, to support them. I do my best to call, to FaceTime, to email, to text. Like, I'm so passionate about my family. And the biggest thing with my family is my immediate family. I'm so passionate about my relationship with my husband. That is like the most important relationship to me next to God. That is the person I'm spending forever with. I am so passionate about that. And that's a good thing to me. I'm passionate about my YouTube and my social media and my photography. I'm passionate about these things. And that really makes me me. You could be passionate about writing and about sharing all these different things you have in your head. So maybe your passion is to become a writer someday about all these specific things, you know? You could be passionate about writing. You could be passionate about creating stuff that brings people joy or that makes people think. You could be passionate about an organization like helping stop sex trafficking. You could be passionate about helping refugees. You could be passionate about caring for people with illnesses, about discovering how to cure cancer, or about, improving and helping your family. Like, there's so much you can be passionate about. And it can be huge, it can be little, it can be something that's growing. I think passion grows as you explore it. And it's so important, it's so good. So if you're passionate about getting your emotion out through drawing, do it. Enjoy it. That's a part of you. That's a part of what makes you authentic. If you're passionate about having a safe place, your home, that makes you feel good, and taking a lot of time to really create that place for you, go for it. Make that place that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about whatever you're doing for your job, I know people who are so passionate about their business and they go for it all the way, and that is a huge part of them. If you're passionate about travel and creating memories with people, like going places, go for it. That is so you. So do it. You know, like there's so much. It's just passion. Passion is like the biggest one for me. What you're passionate about, what makes that fire in you fume and grow because you're so passionate, so focused, you know? So really, whatever it is that makes that fire light that you are passionate about and you know you're passionate about, you can discover that, go with it, let it grow, let it happen and do it, because that is you and that's what makes you authentically you. In addition to that, your style. I believe 100% that everyone's style is unique. Every single person has their unique and authentic style. This is all around how they dress. A big part of me is my clothes, which sounds funny, but it's not, because I love it. I am so big on dressing up or on my clothes. One thing I love is creating outfits that really make me happy, and that is so me. My style makes me authentically me. What I wear makes me authentically me. And so I love creating different outfits. I love getting creative with the clothes I have. And a big part of that fun is thrifting for me. I love finding these gems and these treasures when I'm thrifting, because I feel like it's just uniquely me. It's for me, and I found it because it's for me. Not one person who's being themselves and like embracing their authenticity is going to match identically to another person's outfit. Like, everyone's gonna be different. Another thing with style for me, or in my opinion, is music. Music is so awesome, and there's so many different like songs out there, so many different genres and variety of style of music. And that's a huge, huge thing. My husband, like, music to him is one of the things that really makes him himself. His favorite band is the Gorillaz. And Gorillaz is such a fantastic artist. It's Damon Albarn, and he is a fantastic artist. But that's something that my husband truly has embraced about himself, that he's learned that he loves this band. He loves music like this. And he is so authentically him with his music that he loves to listen to and he loves to enjoy. For me, I've learned that a big part of me is music that's more folk, indie kind of music. And I love that music. I love feeling the energy it gives me. I feel like music can really give you specific energy. It can give you positive energy, negative energy. It can make you feel certain ways, and it can really add to moments in your life. And I'm passionate about that. And the music I listen to makes me authentically me. So what music do you listen to? What music just makes your heart like freak out, makes your stomach get butterflies, or makes you get the chills because it's so good to you? Like, what music just makes you so happy, makes you want to dance, makes you want to sing, makes you want to just smile? Like, what music is authentically yours, or like is a part of you? And it's gonna be different. Like, just because the music's the same as somebody else doesn't mean everything else that makes you is. So you should embrace that. And it's the same as everything. What style of movies do you like? What style of books do you like? Do you like books or movies? What do you like to do? Or what stuff do you like, you know? It's so much. Like, I feel like even colors. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite mixture of colors? Like, what colors bring you joy? For me, greens are like the most fantastic, amazing colors in the world. And then if I was to have dark blue or dark purple, I would be really like, ugh, about it because that's just not my colors. But like the greens and the pinks are so me and they make me so happy. Like I get giddy when I look at an aesthetic or a style or colors that just go together that I love because that's a part of me. And so it's so cool to learn what colors are you as well. What colors do you love? And for me, I'm like, you give me a bright, bold yellow, I'm gonna say no thanks. You give me a dark blue, I'm gonna say no thanks. You give me a dark purple, dark red, or like, I like some dark reds, but like a bright red, I'm gonna say no thanks. But I like those pastels, I like those light greens and dark greens, I like those light pinks and faded pinks. Like, basically what I'm saying here is embrace the colors you love, and it's okay to say goodbye to the colors you don't love because that's a part of what makes you authentically you. As you're trying to figure out your authentic self and learn about who you are, embrace your style. Embrace the colors, the music, the stuff you love because that is so much a part of you. And what you love makes you authentic, makes you your authentic self. It's a part of your passion. And it goes hand in hand with everything else I talk about today, is all these things that truly make you your authentic self, that truly go with who you are as a person, because you love it for a reason and you don't love things for a reason, and that's okay. The next thing I want to talk about, or the next thing on the list, is your higher power. What you believe in, what you turn to in times of struggle or despair or hardship, who you look to, who you pray to, what you believe, you know? Like, I think someone's higher power is a huge part of who they are. And if they choose not to believe in a higher power or have a higher power, that's a big part of who they are as well. So it's your choice of who you believe, and it's a big part of you. Like, I truly believe that someone's belief and the higher power they look to is a huge, huge part of them. And I mean, it's a part of your authentic self. Whether you are struggling to believe in any higher power, that's you. That's authentically you. Whether you believe in this higher power, like your relationship with your beliefs and with your higher power is so unique because it's your relationship, your life, not anybody else's. So if you look to God and you're a Christian and you look to Christ, that's your higher power, and your relationship with Christ, your relationship with God is authentic. It's specific to you, it's unique to you, and it's beautiful. So a big thing for me with finding my authentic self was embracing my religion, or embracing my belief, embracing my relationship with God and my relationship with Christ and my relationship with the Holy Ghost. Because those things, like those relationships, are so unique. They're mine. They're not my husband's, they're not my mom's, they're not my friends. Like, they're my relationship, and they're so authentic to me. And my feelings towards God are so unique, because no one can have the same relationship with God, because no one has the same experiences in life. No one goes through the exact same trials. Therefore, each relationship we have with our Heavenly Father is unique. Basically, the higher power you look to, that relationship with that higher power is so unique, so authentic, and it's a big part of who you are. So I invite you to embrace your relationship, however strong or rocky it may be, with your higher power. If you're seeking a different higher power, take the time to explore it, because it's an important thing. And whomever or whatever you look to and you believe in and your values lie in is a part of your authentic self. The next thing is your joys, your hobbies, what's fun, what makes you happy. So for me, as I thought about this, I could list tons and tons of things. It's like, oh, this is fun. I like this. I love this, which is so cool. That list will not be identical to anybody, ever, unless they're faking it and just pretending. But obviously, like, your authentic self and all of the things you love is so unique to you. So for me, I thought about something that brings me so much joy is I love to go camping with my family. I love to go on vacation with my family. I love to go places with my family, basically, and spend that time in new places, gaining new memories and new experiences with my family. That's something that brings me so much joy. And I feel like joy and passion really coincide with each other. So a lot of these things are going to be similar. That's what makes me authentic, including I love videoing all of these moments. I love documenting these experiences and these moments with my family because it's so fun and it brings me so much joy to video these things, to create then videos, edit and create videos of these experiences to either share with my family and now share with you guys. Like, it's so important and so fun to me to do these things. Another thing that's, like my hobbies is my photography. I love taking photos and I love doing photography. I love editing the photos. Like, I do it with photos of me all the time. And then whenever I get the opportunity, when people are awesome and support me, I do it for photos of them. And I love taking photos of people. And I love that experience. I love getting creative with it. That's a big part of what makes me me, is my love for these things and the reason why I love these things. I could obviously go on about a list, but I'm not going to because a big part of this is helping you discover your authenticity. So, the big thing with this area is think about what you love. Write a list. Make, this list of things you love. Think about what you love to do, what brings you joy. And then the biggest part of it is think about the why, because the why behind it is a big part of what makes you uniquely you. The next thing and the last thing is what you love to learn about. That's a huge one because everybody thrives on learning different things and everybody hates learning different things. And there's the in-between with everything. What you love to learn is a huge part of you and what makes you uniquely you. That's why there's so many different jobs and things in society, because there's so many different things people love. If you love learning about different things with history and different moments in history, then embrace that. Learn about it. If you love learning about different things with technology and how things are created and how different devices are created, go for it. Learn about it and embrace the fact that you love that. If you love learning about people and about why people do things and about how people react, how people interact, how people, how their emotions work and why behind all that, go for it. There's so many specific things that you can love and learn about. If you love learning about music, about different instruments and how to create this fantastic sound with these different instruments, go for it. Find what you love to learn about and do it. For me, what I was thinking about, what I love to learn about is I love learning about improvement. I love learning about my body. I love learning about myself, my mind. But for me, what I've discovered that I specifically love learning about is I love learning about different things that help me grow as a person. I'm talking about learning about whatever makes you so excited to learn about. And one thing I found that is such a good way to discover this for you is think about what topic or topics or things that you love to get into a conversation with people about. What's the topic that when it comes up, you're excited, you're talking and you can't seem to shut up about it because you just love it and you just want to talk about it so much. That is a huge, huge sign that that's something you love to learn about or you're passionate about. or both. But basically, I'm sorry, these blinds are not doing their job. But basically, figure out what you love to learn about. And I promise you, every single person has something. You just need to find it. Learning is not just a school thing. It does not have to be just school. It can be every single thing in your life. And that's when I realized, for me, what I love to learn about is I love learning when it comes to improving my life and when it comes to different things with me. I love learning about social media because I love doing social media. I love learning about YouTube stuff because I love doing YouTube. I love learning about my mind and my body because I care about my body so much and I care about myself. And it's like, that's the biggest thing for me. I love learning about myself and I love learning about how to improve my life. And I love learning about people and about how important it is to be a good person and to help others and to be a person that people can look to. Like, that's such a big thing for me that I love to learn about. Another thing that I could just like listen and talk about forever is the gospel, is, you know, Christ and his gospel, because that stuff is so amazing to me and I genuinely love learning about it. And that's another way. There's another way to like figure out what you love to learn about. Take time to figure out what you love to learn about. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is by figuring out what you love to talk about and figuring out what you love to listen about. You are unique. You are authentic. And you are so incredibly amazing because you are not anybody else. You're yourself. I'm Kylie. You're you. We're different. Every single person is different. It's so important to embrace that. It's so important to embrace the fact that you are different, that you are unique. And even though there's so many, like billions and trillions of people in the world, not any two people are alike. Not any two people are the same. And that is so cool. So take time to learn about yourself. Take time to figure out what makes you authentic. What is unique about you? And I promise you, as you do these things to learn about yourself, you will find more. You'll find more that you're passionate about, more that you love, more that makes you unique. And you'll grow. You'll learn to love yourself more. And you'll become happier with who you are because you're embracing who you are. It's so important and it's so amazing. So there's my challenge for the month or whatever. Take time to learn about yourself. Authenticity is fantastic. It's important. I would not make this video if I didn't believe that. So you're authentic, you're unique, you're beautiful in your very own way. And I really hope you choose to embrace that and you choose to take the time to learn about it through these things I've talked about, through whatever things you think are best for you to do it with. Obviously, this is not like a perfect list of this is what you need to do. This is my personal experience of what I focused on and what helped me discover what I'm passionate about and like what makes me authentic. This is just me sharing my personal experience, my personal opinion, and what makes me passionate. It's not going to be the same for everybody. Obviously, everyone's going to have different experiences, different routes to find their authentic self, but I just hope you do it. That's the biggest thing. I hope you do it. Hope you go for it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me and for listening to what's important to me, listening to the things I'm passionate about, because I really want to help people and I really want you to feel loved and to have a desire to grow as a person, as an individual, as your authentic self. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and supporting me. I am so grateful for you, and I'm so happy I get to experience life with you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. And another thing, please share my YouTube with people. Share my social media. Like, I really would appreciate it if you shared with other people. If there's a video that I make that you think of someone that it would help, please share it with them, because that's my ultimate goal, is to help people, to help as many people as I can. So please do subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friends and your loved ones and people who you think about when you're watching these videos. And thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic day. Focus on being kind to others, and don't be a person who makes someone else's life a lot harder because you're unkind. Thank you so much, and I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. And I will see you next week. Bye!